Merry Christmas, everyone. It's Krishna, and my goodness, hey, there's my tree in the background. It's like Christmas time. I can't believe it. The time has flown by so quickly, right? But look here. I had to share this with y'all today. I know it's been a minute since I came to you, but today was a very nerve wracking day for me. Why, you may ask? Well, I did finally go and get my mammogram done. And just the whole process was nerve wracking because, the reality of it is there's so many people that we love and we care about that we know have gone through breast cancer or are going through breast cancer or have lost their fight to breast cancer. So when I got to the hospital and just started to think a bit about it, I just got really anxious. My heart started racing, and it was like, oh my goodness, my nerves. But despite that, I tunneled through, right? It wasn't easy, and I know that that is the reason sometimes that many of us opt not to do these things because we kind of feel somewhere in our mind, and for the record, this is not reality, folks, somewhere in our mind that if I don't go to the doctor, I'm not going to hear bad news. And the reality of it is, if you don't go to the doctor, eventually you will hear even worse news. Because if something is going on in your body, it will eventually manifest itself in pain, discomfort, whatever it may be. And despite you not wanting to go to the doctor, you will eventually end up there anyway. So I say that to say, I know it's scary because like today was scary. And I think it's the first time that I've felt that fear to that degree. Maybe it's because of, I'm getting older. They say as we get older, you find that your body does start to break down. And I am going through quite a bit of stuff my own self with good old menopause and all these other little things that we as humans experience. So maybe it was a combination. But I did get a mammogram, and consequently, I did get an ultrasound as well. For me, I'm what you call high risk, and that simply means that I've had maternal, family on my mother's side that have had breast cancer. So for that reason, it's suggested that I get myself checked once a year. But what I really wanted to come to you with was, as I was getting the ultrasound done, the technician and I were talking, and one of the things that we spoke about was the fact that, your chances of survival are so much higher, ladies, if the breast cancer is detected early. Unlike many other cancers, unfortunately, sometimes we don't know, we don't know we have them until we start to experience the fallout of it or symptoms, right? So then you have no way of checking. But with breast cancer and the invention of the mammogram, and we also have the ultrasound, in addition to your own self-checks, we can detect, in some cases, breast cancer can be detected really early. And it is, scientific data does corroborate the fact that if you can, catch the cancer early, your chances of survival are so much higher. It's really a lot more beatable, for lack of a better word, if it's caught early. And really, the only tools we have to try and catch it early is to get ourselves tested regularly, right? And by that I mean, if you're high risk and you're over a certain age, they may suggest, like me, that you do a mammogram once a year. If not, then, just maybe every 2 years. And you should be self-examining your breasts every month. But it just, even though I know it, speaking to the technician just kind of sent it home again because, we spoke about sometimes reasons why women may not go and get the mammogram, right? One of them is obviously financial. But you need to check and see what programs are offered. It does seem like more and more they're starting to offer a lot of free screening programs or programs at discounted rates where you can try and get the mammograms. Then I think the second reason is fear. A lot of women fear that, okay, it's a nerve wracking experience. I mean, I had it today and they were super nice. The hospital was great. But listen, y'all, listen. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even eat because I just, just the what ifs, right? Tend to take a hold of you. But anyway, that's the second reason, but that I think some women opt not to do it. And then the third reason is to, you may say, because some persons have expressed a concern as it relates to the radiation that comes with mammogram. But in response to that, I'd just like to say that it's minimal, people, in comparison to what we even expose ourselves to on a daily basis. Most of us have microwaves in our homes that we use frequently, and just all the different toxins, just all the foods that are laden with preservatives. We do expose ourselves to a lot of health hazards on a daily basis. And when you compare it to taking a mammogram and the minimal radiation that is involved in that, I think it's safe to say, as the medical field says, that the benefits of taking a mammogram far outweigh the risks of not taking a mammogram. So I just wanted to remind you about that, and share my little nerve-wracking experience, right? But, I didn't think about it, that breast cancer is one of the few cancers that you can actually detect in its early stage, unlike so many others. So I'm just here to encourage you today to, do your checks, because there is definitely an increase in numbers as it relates to women dealing with breast cancer. It seems so rampant, even in our small country, the Bahamas. It seems really, really rampant. So it's not going to hurt us, ladies, to get ourselves checked regularly, especially the older we get, 40s, 50s, the higher the risks are in some cases, and we need to make sure that we're doing what we can to protect ourselves. So, gonna try and do a better job of coming to you. You'll see me again before the holidays. There's my tree, and I got a few other things going on. 2022 is rough, and I'm praying that 2023 gives me a little bit of easement, right? But I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that we're here. I'm ready to celebrate the birth of Christ. It is a wonderful time of year, and I am being very intentional about ensuring that no matter what is going on, that I try my ever best to embrace the real reason for this season, enjoy spending time with my friends and my family, and just thanking God for sending his son to die for my sins, first of all, and just for sending him to give us life, and give us life, an abundant life. So on that note, I'm just going to sign off, and I'm going to say thank you for listening. Share your thoughts with me, comments, share the video. If you do enjoy my video vlogs, remember, people, I need encouragement too. So don't hesitate just to reach out and say a little something. But I just want to encourage you to just embrace the season. I know things are tough. We all have our challenges that we're dealing with, but let's not let that, consume us. Let's remember to enjoy what we do have, and to love one another, to really love one another. So, love and light. Merry Christmas, my favorite time of year. I know I can't sing, right? But peace out.